In a revealing interview with Teen Vogue, Vivian Jenna Wilson, the estranged daughter of Elon Musk, has offered a stark portrayal of her father, challenging the billionaire's public persona and highlighting the complexities of their relationship. The 20-year-old college student who currently studies in Tokyo has emerged as a vocal critic of Musk, using her platform to articulate her own leftist views and to counter her father's narrative regarding her identity and existence. Wilson's statements in the interview are both candid and pointed. Addressing Musk's past comments, she stated, "Honey, we're going to call a fig and we're going to call a Nazi salute what it was," referring to a controversial gesture Musk made during a Trump inauguration event. This assertion resonates deeply given Musk's recent comments that have been perceived as dismissive of transgender identity, particularly his repeated deadnaming of Wilson. "He's a pathetic man-child," Wilson declared, dismissing any fear of her father's wealth and influence. Her words reflect a broader disillusionment with Musk's political affiliations and the implications of his actions as he gains traction in U.S. politics. The relationship between Musk and his daughter has been strained, especially since Wilson publicly transitioned and began advocating for trans rights. Musk's controversial remarks, including his claim that Wilson had been killed by the woke mind virus, have fueled her resolve to speak out. In her responses across social media platforms, she has vehemently denied his characterizations of her life, labeling them as fabricated narratives aimed at garnering sympathy rather than reflecting reality. Wilson's criticism is not isolated; it echoes sentiments expressed by her mother, Justine Musk, who has previously detailed the challenges she faced during her marriage to Elon. Justine's reflections on their relationship highlight a pattern of behavior that Wilson seems to have inherited, as both women have confronted Musk's perceived narcissism and emotional distance. While Musk has remained silent on Wilson's recent comments, his actions continue to draw scrutiny. The timing of Wilson's interview coincided with Musk's controversial remarks linking vandalism at Tesla dealerships to trans violence, a characterization that many have deemed harmful and misleading. This narrative not only stigmatizes the transgender community but also serves to deflect attention from the myriad challenges Tesla faces in a competitive market. The political landscape surrounding Musk is equally tumultuous. His increasing influence within the Trump administration, coupled with a significant shift in public perception, has resulted in a dramatic decline in his approval ratings. As noted by CNN, Musk's favorability among voters has plummeted from +24 to -19 in just a few years, marking a stark turnaround that mirrors the divisive nature of his public persona. Wilson's interview highlights the broader societal struggle for acceptance and recognition faced by transgender individuals, particularly in the face of political adversities. She emphasizes that her father's political trajectory is not a reflection of her identity, asserting confidently, "Him going further on the right is not because of me." This assertion serves as a reminder of the complexities of familial relationships, especially within the context of evolving social norms and personal identities. In closing, Wilson's courage in speaking out against her father's actions is emblematic of a larger movement among transgender youth who are advocating for their rights and identities. As the political climate continues to shift, the narrative surrounding figures like Musk will undoubtedly evolve, and the voices of those affected by their actions will play a crucial role in shaping public discourse. As society grapples with these issues, Wilson stands as a poignant example of resilience and defiance, challenging the status quo and advocating for a future where acceptance and understanding prevail. In a striking turn of events, the emerging narrative surrounding the Department of Government Efficiency DOGE is revealing a complex web of issues that not only impact government operations but also resonate deeply within the scientific community. Recent reports have unveiled that a staff member affiliated with DOGE, known informally as Big Balls, has allegedly provided technical support to a cybercrime ring, raising serious concerns about the integrity of the agency and its operations. This revelation, reported by Reuters, underscores the growing scrutiny surrounding DOGE as it attempts to streamline government functions amid allegations of inefficiency and mismanagement. The DOGE initiative, envisioned during the Trump administration, aims to cut down on bureaucratic red tape and increase the efficiency of governmental operations. Critics, however, argue that these efforts are counterproductive. In a recent article from Mother Jones, researchers at national laboratories have expressed frustration over a crackdown on purchasing cards or P-cards, which are instrumental in facilitating timely transactions for scientific research. The Department of Energy's recent order to revoke these cards has left many technicians scrambling to cancel orders and reassess their workflows, effectively stalling research projects. A technician quoted in the article lamented, "We're going from a 5-lane highway down to a 2-lane highway," highlighting the detrimental impact on research efficiency. The technician's concerns are echoed by broader apprehensions within the laboratory community, with the administration pushing for more stringent controls on spending. Many researchers feel that the efforts to curb expenses are leading to a bottleneck in scientific advancement as critical materials and equipment for experiments are delayed or become inaccessible. This sentiment was starkly expressed when the technician stated, "This attack on science and research is not just going to hinder us from advancing but actually set us back." In Texas, the DOGE initiative has inspired local governance to pursue similar efficiency measures. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick recently praised the bipartisan passage of Senate Bill 14, which aims to establish the Texas Regulatory Efficiency Office. This new office is intended to streamline state regulations and eliminate unnecessary rules, mirroring the federal DOGE's mission. Patrick emphasized that reducing regulatory burdens could unleash economic growth by allowing taxpayers to retain more of their earnings, thus stimulating small business development. Senate Bill 14 will empower the Texas Regulatory Efficiency Office to identify and amend ineffective regulations with the goal of making state governance more accessible and efficient. As noted by State Senator Phil King, Texas ranks 5th in the total number of regulations, indicating a pressing need for reform. The bill now awaits consideration in the State House, where it will likely be subjected to further debate regarding its potential economic impacts. As the DOGE initiative continues to evolve, the implications for both federal and state-level governance are becoming increasingly significant. The tension between efficiency and oversight remains a critical theme, particularly in sectors reliant on timely funding and resources such as scientific research, with the potential for both positive reform and unintended consequences. Stakeholders from various sectors will be watching closely as these developments unfold. The coming months will reveal whether these initiatives will indeed foster a more efficient government or further complicate an already intricate landscape. In a rapidly evolving automotive landscape, the recent imposition of auto tariffs by the Trump administration has stirred a significant upheaval, particularly affecting electric vehicle EV manufacturers like Tesla. As the dust settles, Tesla's CEO Elon Musk has openly acknowledged the substantial impact these tariffs will have on his company despite its unique position in the U.S. market. On March 26, 2025, President Trump announced new tariffs on imported vehicles, a move that will primarily affect companies that rely on overseas manufacturing. Tesla, which produces all its vehicles domestically in California and Texas, stands to benefit from these tariffs as its cars will be exempt from duties on finished vehicles. However, Musk clarified that the company is not unscathed by the new regulations, highlighting the significant challenges posed by increased costs on imported parts essential for production. The tariffs are expected to disrupt supply chains across the auto industry. Analysts estimate that the tariffs could add up to $75 billion annually to manufacturers' costs, potentially leading to higher vehicle prices for consumers. The folks at the lower end of the buying pool are going to suffer the most, noted Aaron Keating, an executive analyst at Cox Automotive, pointing out that lower-priced models could become even more inaccessible to middle-income buyers. While Tesla's domestic production shields it from tariffs on finished vehicles, the company will still face rising production costs due to tariffs on imported components. This could undermine its competitive edge, especially as it grapples with increasing competition from traditional automakers like General Motors and Ford, which have begun to capture market share in the EV sector with models such as the Chevrolet Equinox EV and the Ford Mustang Mach-E. These competitors relying on factories in Mexico will be significantly impacted as their vehicles face higher prices due to the tariffs. In a statement at the White House, President Trump emphasized that Musk had not influenced the tariff decision, underscoring the administration's stance on protecting American manufacturing. "He's never asked me for a favor in business whatsoever," Trump remarked. This assertion aims to quell any speculation regarding favoritism towards Tesla, a company often viewed as a flagship of American innovation in clean energy. The broader implications of these tariffs extend beyond Tesla. Major automotive players including Volkswagen and Hyundai could face serious challenges as they import substantial numbers of vehicles from overseas. Volkswagen, in particular, has struggled to expand its presence in the U.S., and the tariff-induced price hikes could exacerbate these challenges. Similarly, Hyundai's new factory in Georgia aimed at producing electric vehicles may not fully shield the company from the financial repercussions of increased tariffs on imported parts. As analysts and industry executives calculate the financial impact, the auto sector braces for potential production cutbacks and layoffs. The forthcoming months will be crucial in determining how these tariffs reshape the competitive landscape. With Tesla's resilience and adaptability already being tested, the company will need to navigate these tumultuous waters carefully to maintain its leading position in the electric vehicle market. Looking ahead, the evolving dynamics of auto tariffs and their ripple effects on the industry will be critical to monitor. As companies adjust their strategies in response to these changes, the future of electric vehicles and the broader automotive sector may hinge on how effectively they can mitigate the financial burdens imposed by these tariffs. In a remarkable week for SpaceX, the aerospace giant is set to launch its first crew of astronauts to orbit the Earth's poles, a historic mission that underscores the company's growing ambitions in space exploration. Scheduled for liftoff next week, this unprecedented journey will mark a significant milestone not only for SpaceX but also for the future of human spaceflight as it seeks to expand our understanding of the planet from new vantage points. As SpaceX prepares for this groundbreaking mission, it has also been busy on other fronts. Just yesterday, the company conducted a successful launch of 27 Starlink satellites from Vandenberg Space Force Base, tying the record for the largest number of such satellites deployed in a single launch from that location. The Falcon 9 rocket, which carried the payload, is now proving its reliability, with the first stage booster set to launch for the 24th time. This feat highlights SpaceX's ongoing commitment to expanding its satellite network, which aims to deliver high-speed internet across the globe, especially in underserved regions. However, the excitement surrounding these launches is tempered by recent controversies involving SpaceX and its CEO Elon Musk. Musk has publicly criticized the Federal Aviation Administration's FAA ongoing efforts to upgrade the air traffic control system, claiming that Verizon's management of a $2.4 billion contract for the FAA is failing. He contends that the situation poses a serious risk to air travel safety, suggesting that SpaceX's Starlink should take over the contract. The Verizon communication system to air traffic control is breaking down very rapidly, Musk stated on his social media platform X, emphasizing the urgency of the situation. The FAA has yet to confirm any decisions regarding Musk's claims, but the agency is reportedly testing Starlink terminals to assess their viability for air traffic control. Compounding the scrutiny on SpaceX, a recent report from ProPublica has raised concerns about the company's investment practices, specifically its acceptance of Chinese investment through offshore structures. With SpaceX being a critical defense contractor for the Pentagon, such investments could pose national security risks by potentially granting adversaries access to sensitive technologies. Musk's growing ties with China, particularly through Tesla's operations, have prompted scrutiny, especially as the Pentagon has warned him about the ramifications of a potential conflict with China. The implications of these revelations could lead to further investigations into SpaceX's dealings and how they align with U.S. national security policies. As SpaceX continues to push the boundaries of space exploration and satellite communications, it faces a complex landscape of challenges and opportunities. The upcoming astronaut mission, combined with ongoing satellite deployments and the scrutiny of its business practices, places the company at a pivotal moment in its history. With a vision that includes not only reaching new heights in human space travel but also revolutionizing global communications, SpaceX remains a central figure in the rapidly evolving aerospace sector. Looking ahead, the upcoming launches and the potential transition of air traffic control management to SpaceX could redefine how space and air travel are interconnected. As the company navigates these waters, the world will be watching closely, eager to see how its next steps will shape both the future of space exploration and the regulatory frameworks governing such groundbreaking endeavors. In the ever-evolving landscape of the tech industry, few figures have risen to prominence as quickly and as controversially as Elon Musk. His dual role as CEO of Tesla and owner of the social media platform X, formerly Twitter, has drawn both admiration and criticism. Recently, Tesla investor Ross Gerber reignited the debate surrounding Musk's leadership capabilities, calling for the board of directors to consider his removal. This demand comes amid ongoing concerns about the impact of Musk's divided attention on Tesla's performance and brand reputation. Gerber, who leads Gerber Kawasaki Wealth and Investment Management and holds over 250,000 shares in Tesla, has been vocal about his discontent with Musk's management style since the billionaire's high-profile acquisition of Twitter in 2022. In a recent interview with Newsweek, Gerber described Musk as not suited for running Twitter and insisted that his focus should be redirected to Tesla. Let somebody who's a media-savvy person deal with advertisers and the media and the front face of the company, he argued, highlighting the distractions that Musk's Twitter activities have created. This latest critique from Gerber echoes sentiments he expressed back in December 2022 when Tesla's stock price plummeted by more than 60%. At the time, Musk was funding his Twitter acquisition by selling off significant portions of his Tesla shares, a move that alarmed many investors who feared for the future of the electric vehicle company. Gerber's frustration has since intensified, as he accuses the Tesla board of being wildly negligent in allowing Musk's controversial statements and actions to erode the brand's value. It's been wildly negligent that the board has done nothing to curb Elon's behavior, Gerber declared, questioning the board's loyalty and effectiveness. The crux of Gerber's argument lies in the belief that Tesla's core business has been neglected for too long, with Musk's attention fragmented across multiple ventures. He suggested that Musk should either fully commit to Tesla or step aside to allow a dedicated CEO to lead the company. Tesla needs a new CEO, he stated, emphatically reflecting the growing anxiety among investors regarding the company's direction amidst increasing scrutiny and negative publicity. Musk's responsibilities have indeed multiplied, especially with his involvement in various initiatives beyond Tesla, including his role in political discussions and his ongoing commitment to SpaceX. During an all-hands meeting at Tesla, he acknowledged the challenges of balancing these roles, admitting that managing multiple businesses has become very difficult. This admission only adds to the concerns voiced by Gerber and other investors who fear that Musk's divided focus could hinder Tesla's growth and innovation. As Tesla faces mounting challenges, including incidents involving its vehicles and broader scrutiny from regulators, the question remains: can Musk effectively juggle his responsibilities, or will he need to prioritize one venture over the other? The situation is further complicated by the looming impact of new tariffs announced by the U.S. government, which Musk has acknowledged will have a significant effect on Tesla's operations. This context only amplifies the urgency of Gerber's call for leadership change. Looking ahead, the dynamics between Musk, Tesla's board, and its investors will be pivotal in determining the company's trajectory. If Musk cannot realign his focus on Tesla's core business, the possibility of a leadership shakeup may become more than just a distant call for many shareholders. As the tech landscape continues to change rapidly, all eyes will remain on how Tesla navigates these challenges and whether it can secure its position as a leader in the electric vehicle market. In a world increasingly influenced by technological advancements, the emergence of brain-computer interfaces (BCIs) has sparked both excitement and skepticism. One of the most talked about companies in this field is Neuralink, co-founded by Elon Musk, which aims to merge human cognition with artificial intelligence. Recently, a fabricated story claiming that Musk had personally funded a Neuralink brain implant for a sick child has drawn widespread attention, highlighting the complexities of information dissemination in the digital age. The rumors surfaced in late March 2025 suggesting that Musk intervened to help a 7-year-old girl named Lily Thompson who was purportedly suffering from a rare neurological disorder. Social media posts circulated an image that allegedly depicted Musk beside the child in a hospital accompanied by heartwarming captions that praised his generosity. According to these claims, Musk was said to have covered over $2 million in medical expenses and arranged for an experimental Neuralink chip to be implanted in her brain, resulting in an almost miraculous recovery. However, a fact-checking investigation has debunked this narrative as entirely fabricated. The timeline of events presented in the original article was implausible, asserting that Musk learned of the girl's plight on March 22, and that she had already undergone surgery by the following day. Such a rapid sequence of events raised immediate red flags. Furthermore, searches for associated hashtags like Musk saves and Neuralink miracle yielded little to no relevant content despite claims of viral support on social media. Experts analyzed the content and identified it as likely generated by artificial intelligence, with tools indicating a high probability that both the text and the accompanying image were products of AI algorithms. This revelation underscores the increasing sophistication of AI in creating convincing yet entirely fictional narratives. Neuralink's actual clinical trials, which began in 2024, have exclusively involved adult participants. The company has successfully implanted its chip in 3 adult volunteers, primarily allowing them to interact with computer games and expressing hope for future functionalities such as controlling wheelchairs. As it stands, Neuralink's official guidelines indicate that no trials involving children have been approved, making the claims about Lily Thompson not only misleading but also factually incorrect. The story's dissemination raises critical questions about the ethics of information sharing in the digital realm. As misinformation spreads rapidly online, the responsibility falls on individuals to verify claims with credible sources. The narrative surrounding Musk and the fictitious child serves as a cautionary tale about the potential consequences of unchecked information, particularly when it concerns vulnerable populations. Looking ahead, the ongoing development of BCI's promises to transform the way we interact with technology, but it also necessitates a rigorous approach to ethical considerations in public discourse. As Neuralink continues its human trials and explores the frontiers of brain-computer interfacing, the importance of transparency and accurate reporting will be paramount in shaping public perception and trust in these groundbreaking innovations.